Hey guys, welcome back to the practice walkthrough. So I know I said that we'd start back at the other bonfire, but I did want to come back here and just cover some stuff at Firelink. So again, through here, make sure you're talking to him every time you die twice, and he'll give you a free level. Up here, just talk to him periodically, and like right now he just got a heavy gem. So just keep talking to him and you'll keep getting goodies like that. And we'll finish this quest towards the end of the game. And then come in here. I always check with her just to see if I have Umbral Ash to give her. Eventually she will sell the armor that we're going to end up wearing. Make sure to give him that Sage's Coal that we picked up. And again, all that does is if you just check infusions, just increases number of infusions. So now, like, if you're an intelligence build, you can get a crystal infusion. It changes infusion so that it scales better with intelligence. Fire is just a rote scale. Blessed is faith. Deep is like fire. It's just a base increase. And poison adds poison to the damage. Raw is really what, if you are an intelligence build that wants to buff your weapon with a spell or a miracle, you want to use raw. Refined for quality, sharp, heavy. So we're actually just going to go ahead and we are going to infuse our weapon. As you can see, we lose, what is that, 18? No. Yeah, 18. But we gain 21. So miniature increase. It gets slightly better, but it ends up being about 10. But I'm just going to go ahead and make it a refined Baymore. And then come over here. We're going to give Cornix our Pyromancy tome that we picked up in the non-poison swamp by the crab that we killed. And now he has more Pyromancies. The Fire Orb, pretty good Pyromancy, the best one that you'll have at this point in the game. I will say that we are going to buy this one, Flash Sweat, eventually. Actually, I would recommend use a soul item. Go ahead, buy it now so that we have it. Gonna need another soul item. Later in the game, we're gonna run into lava. Profuse Sweat is, if you don't have it, you will just die in the lava. But with it, you will be able to survive the lava. So make sure you do that. And here's Orbeck. As you can see, he sells basic sorceries. But then you go ahead and give him the Sage's Scroll. So now he won't leave as you progress through the game. And he has some more spells. So it's cool stuff. And then come back here and make sure that you give her your they all sell like kind of crappy stuff, but make sure that you give her any tomes that you have, and just be careful buying the miracles. When we do get a dark tome, I will explain what makes a spell good, what makes it bad, and what will lead to which ending. So yeah, make sure you level up. Upgrade your sword, which I actually should have been able to do and just forgot. Oh, and I fell off. But he stopped crying, so that's cool stuff. Send him to pillage. The first time you send him to pillage 3 times. The first time, you don't have to worry about it. Second time, you have to be very, very careful about when you do it. And the third time, he dies for sure. You just don't want him to die the second time because he gets a lot of goodies. Okay, I can't actually upgrade my Baymore, so that was unnecessary. But I am glad that I talked about sending him out to pillage, because you definitely want to send Grey Rat to pillage. Each time he goes out, he comes back with a lot of goodies. Just sells a lot more stuff, so make sure you do that. Oh, and don't forget to upgrade your Estus, which I consistently do. And this will be the last thing we do in our 5-minute little Firelink party. That's fine. We are just doing a quick little run to not a hidden bonfire, but it's also not obvious. I frankly missed it my first playthrough, and I went back because I saw it in a guide. on YouTube. Yeah, so we're not going to put out the third torch before we kill the Crystal Sage and go to the Cathedral. It just doesn't make sense. It's better to just level up, do that other part. You can't progress past the Abyss Watchers, which is the next boss, without going through the Cathedral first anyway, so might as well just take that part first. So right here is a possible summon. His name's Havel. He invaded us. You can get him, and he gives you what's known as the Weeb Bow. Your character puts both hands on the waist and bows real low. It's a pretty cool bow, but most people don't get it on their first playthrough, because in order to do that, you have to progress to the Cathedral and join a covenant that will ruin Sirius's questline. So that's why most people don't want to do it. But if you decide you really want that bow, then he will be right here. So go join Rosaria. I'll show you when we get to her. And go join her, offer her a pale tongue, and his summon sign will be right here. I'll remind you again later, but you just walk in here, grab the Undead Bow chart, and then just roll out to the left. You can kill them all. I'm just not going to, because they don't really give XP. So, and just run over here. You got to kill these guys guarding this ladder. And then before we go up, we're just going to grab a couple of items. We'll grab Wolf Blood Swordgrass, which is a Covenant item. The Covenant that we are about to get. And then grab Sunlight Talisman. And then this is just Estus Soup, which again, just puts you back to full health. So, cool item. It's very nice of them, but very unnecessary for it to be right there because there's a bonfire at the top of the ladder. I guess if you made some sort of desperate sprint long ways across the swamp, that would save your life, but just up this painfully long ladder. And we're not going to walk inside just yet, so ignore that main doorway. Instead, we're just going to walk all the way around. And we're going to fight a... not fight, we're going to go kill ourselves. You! Run to the left, try to back him into that corner. Oh, I didn't back him into the corner. Get back here. Oh, he's protected by the stairs. But we got him. So we got more Twinkling, which again, boss weapons. That's our favorite upgrade material. Come through here and grab these ashes. So those ashes, once you give them, will bring back Cirrus. You'll get to talk to her again. You also need to have them in order to progress her quest line. So then pray at this wolf. You'll get that, and then you join the Covenant, because why not? So you are now a watchdog of Farron. If you equip it, you'll just automatically invade people wandering through a couple areas of the game. So then take this elevator on up. There's a big boy demon up here. This is actually where Havel's armor ends up. Not right now, but we will get Havel's ring from killing him, which is why we are going to kill him now. If you don't know what Havel's ring is, that means you didn't play Dark Souls 1, which is fine. Havel's ring just increases how much heavy armor you can wear. So, it's a pretty go-to ring in my opinion. Especially just like earlier in the game, so you can put your helmet back on if you're me. But first you want to wrap around here, make sure you just drop down those areas. You won't take too much damage. And then there's 2 crystal lizards. So there's this one that we're going to want to guide to the right, so we want to stick to its left. Oh. Got him. Nice. And then there's this one. This one typically boxes itself into the corner, which is very just polite of him. Couple of large Titanite charts, so now we can go ahead and upgrade our sword, which we will do once we kill Big Boy. But then there's a 3rd crystal lizard. Stick to the left side, otherwise he will take off in a direction that is not beneficial. So then we're just going to chase him up the stairs. And that lantern guy it's going to make us have a bad time. So that one dropped a heavy gem, so if you're strength build, yay for you. You're having happy days. No! Oh God! That was horrifying. And one more enemy to kill. So just look back, make sure you didn't miss any items. Up there, that's where we found Yol. So we looked down, saw the dragon crash on the bridge. And up there's where we fought Vort. So now you know where we are. Come on up the stairs. I always feel like there's an item, but there's not. And then you just want to drop on down. You won't take any damage as long as you're careful with dropping onto each one of those platforms or levels. We're going to come over here. We're going to kill this guy. This guy, he hits really hard and he has a grab. Just stay behind him. Whenever he goes up into the air, just back off a little bit. This fight's exponentially easier as long as you stay locked on once you get behind him. So just head on up and roll under him. Oh God, I didn't get on him. Now I'm under him. Uh-oh. He can swing his tail at you, but see, he goes up, butt slam. Same moveset as these guys from the first game. Just oh. So yeah, just if you are not behind him, yeah, and then he has the boulder spew, which I believe that's the other thing that you get from killing him, because of course all boss souls and beefy souls like this guy can give you 2 weapons, or 2 items I should say. So his attacks are really slow, just roll him. Oof! His tail's the most concerning thing if we're being honest. So Soul of a Stray Demon. Woo! Alright. So he's dead and you picked up a nice little chunk of souls. So grab the Great Axe, good strength weapon. Ember. And Ember. So that's all the items. At the end of the game, you will fight Havel, the guy wearing Havel's armor. He'll give you Havel's weapon and shield, but not his armor. His armor will come back and be right here. So I'll make sure to remind you guys of that at the end of the game. If you just watch the whole walkthrough, I will show you when that happens. But just come on back. You can feel free to bone out, but I'm just going to make the run because why not? We're pretty close. So now we're going to want to head on back to Firelink. And yeah, so that's the last that we're going to do with the swamp. So we'll upgrade our weapon, get that Baymore up to +4, and we'll get our Havel ring, and we'll talk to Cirrus. And then we'll go take on the Crystal Sage in the next episode. So he's a pretty fun boss, not too hard, but yeah. So we'll do a dead sprint, upgrade Baymore in this episode, and we'll start the next episode off getting Havel's ring and talking about boss weapons. So reinforce the Baymore. Don't waste your twinkling or your Titanite scale on this yet. Don't do it. It's just not recommended. Twinkling is for Black Knight weapons, so save that. Okay, and yeah, that's going to wrap up the walkthrough this time. I'm just going to clean up my inventory real quick. That's going to wrap up this episode. Thanks for watching, guys, and hope to catch you next time.